What's going on, everybody? Rhetorical Question Life. My name is Heavy Bree, and welcome to my channel. Today is a special video. All my videos are special, kind of, sort of, but like today's a very special one. Today, I wanted to talk about or discuss things I wish I had known when I was a teenager. You know, just some things that I wish I had known when I was a teenager. And if you guys have any things you want to add to this list or add to this thing, to some of these suggestions of things you wish you had known when you were younger, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below. This is not just a channel, but this is a community meeting and also a discussion forum type deal. I say that because, like, you know, I'm not on Reddit or anything yet, so I just want to just know, like, things that you wish you could have you had known when you were younger, when you were a teenager. When I say teenager, I would say from like age 10 to age 19. You know, a lot of people don't consider age 10 to be teenage, but technically it is, because it tens when your teens begin. The tens, like 10 to 19, is teens. But yeah, so let's get into it. So the first thing I wish I had known or knew when I was younger, when I was a teenager, was that God is real. And I say that because, you know, when I was younger, you know, like most people who get disillusioned with the world and feel like there's nobody out there looking out for them and everything, you get disillusioned, and like sometimes you might doubt the existence of God. Well, God is real. And no matter how you connect to God, you know, everyone thinks there's one God. Some think there's many gods. Some people think that they're, you know, like believe that, you know, the God is, you know, the sun or whatever it is. My thing is just my perspective. I'm not going to enforce my beliefs on you, but like, I believe that God is real, and God is everything. God is all. And when people say, well, how would you know that? Well, where's your proof that God doesn't exist? Something created all of this. The skies, the oceans, the mountains, the fire, the trees. Something created all of this. And it wasn't, and like the universe itself is one giant organism. It's one giant thing of life, you know? Stars, like the sun is alive. The earth is alive. And we are just all small organisms, microscopic organisms in the grand scheme of things. So it's like a nucleus. A nucleus is made of different organisms and cells and everything, and atoms and whatever it is. So all that stuff is all part of one thing, which is all part of one big thing. And that's just how I see God. That's just my interpretation of God. You know, after reading the Bible, reading the Quran, reading all these different texts and everything, I've come to a conclusion, my own personal conclusion, of how I view God. Now, I'm not going to argue against yours or whose idea of God is right or wrong. That's not my place. How you connect to God is specific to you, but that's how I see God. God is real. God is everything. And if I had known that when I was younger, it would have saved me a lot of frustration and disillusionment with life. But knowing that now, I'm now in the right headspace. But if I had known it when I was like, you know, 15, 16, when I started having these like feelings towards the Most High, I would have had a better time with life. So yeah, that's the first thing. God is real. God is all. The second thing I wish I had known when I was younger was to drink water. I don't know about you. I don't know your situation. I don't know about everybody else. But if you're like, but me, I didn't drink a lot of water when I was younger. I would drink juice. I would drink Gatorade. I would drink Powerade. I would drink Kool-Aid. I would drink soda. I would drink milk, chocolate milk, strawberry milk. I would drink everything except for what I was supposed to be drinking, which is water. You're supposed to drink water every day. Our bodies is made of water, and you know, when you put certain chemicals and sugars and salts into your body and you have no real hydration, it's gonna mess up your brain. I had a lot of behavioral issues when I was a kid because I had a poor diet and I wasn't drinking a lot of water. Once I started drinking more water, I drink a gallon of water a day. Once I started drinking more water and eating what I was supposed to be eating, which I'll get to in a minute, that's when my behavior, my mind, and my energy level started to shift for the better. So yeah, I wish I had known to drink more water. You know, and they say you're supposed to drink more water. They say you're supposed to drink water when you're like in PE and in health class. I mean, they tell you that, but who pays attention in school like that? Really, I was one of those kids who didn't really. Yeah, they say it, but like, what do they know? You know, they think you know everything. That's why your dumb ass be getting in trouble all the time. Third thing I wish I had known when I was younger was to eat fruit and vegetables. Like, again, these are common sense things that I knew but didn't really fully understand and didn't really fully like accept or put into or implement into my life until much later in my life. You know, once I started eating more fruits and vegetables, man, it does so much for your behavior and your digestive system and just everything, man. It gives you the energy, natural energy that you need. I don't drink coffee. Well, I drink coffee, but I don't drink caffeine. I don't consume any caffeine. All I do is drink water, eat fruit, and eat vegetables. I have plenty of energy. I wake up on time every single day. And if I had known that, I would have been, like, once again, I would have been in a better headspace and had more energy when I was younger. But like I said, this is something I wish I knew when I was younger. With that being said, you know, like, eating fruit and vegetables helps you with your digestive tract. So, which leads us to our next thing that I wish I had known when I was younger, was to poop in public. I assume that half of y'all or most of y'all went to public school, or do go to public school, depending on how old you are when you're watching this. But during my time, maybe it happened in your time too, I don't know if it happened, if you experienced this, but in my time, what we used to do in school was, if we caught someone pooping in the boys' bathroom, back when I was in middle school and high school, well, not so much high school, but more like middle school, if you got caught pooping at school, kids would walk in and like, oh, who's taking a poop? Who's taking a poop? They didn't say poop, they said something else, but like, they would just like, you know, like make it a whole big scene like people don't poop. And then sometimes some little heathens, like, I know I did it, you know, because like I was like, you know, one of them, you know, peer pressure is a mug, but I would, you know, like, we would take like the big rolls of toilet paper, right, soak it in water, okay? Some people would soak it in used toilets or urinals and everything, would pee on a urinal and then take it in their hands, nasty bastards, and they would just throw it over the thing into the stall where someone was pooping at. That's what we used to do. That's what kids used to do in my day. I don't know if they did it at your school, but that's what a lot of people did. Some guy would probably just roast you for pooping at school. But I wish when I was younger I'd known that, bro, like, just poop in public. Most of my problems would have been solved if I had been drinking more water, eating fruits and vegetables every day, and pooping when I need to poop. Because if you don't poop when you need to poop, and you hold that poop in, then crap's gonna happen. If you hold in all that crap, then crap is gonna happen. It's just science, you know. It's nutrition, basic nutrition based in science. You have to poop in public, and I wish I had known that when I was younger. The next thing I wish I had known when I was younger, well, I knew but like didn't really like implement into my life, was to work out every day. I was a little fatty. All I did was like pretty much I ate whatever I wanted, I drank whatever I wanted, and I didn't work out a lot. And like, I didn't get into weight training until like, you know, my senior year. You know, that's when I started getting into weight training. You know, I wasn't the strongest, but you know what? I felt so good after weight training. Every day after I lift weights, I always felt good, man. I felt good about myself. I was in a better headspace. And if I had mixed that with a healthy diet and drinking some water every day, I would have like lost so much weight. I would have been in such great shape, man, if I had just like implemented a healthy diet. Because I was just basically like over here working out, no protein, no lean meats, no healthy food, just basically just working out, lifting weights. And like, you know, I wasn't getting big or anything. I was getting stronger, but I wasn't getting big or anything because I wasn't eating right. Imagine if I was eating right and drinking right and using the bathroom when I'm supposed to use the bathroom, you know. But you know, it is what it is. The next thing I wish I had known when I was younger or when I was a teenager, was to join a community, a sports team, a committee, the glee club, something. You got to be a part of a club. You got to be a part of a group. You got to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Because if you're not, you're going to be held back. They say that there's this proverb that I like, where they say, if you travel by yourself, you will travel faster. But if you travel together as a group, you will go further. African proverb. And I believe in that, you know, like, well, I get things done easily on my own. And like, I am naturally a loner. Like I can be by myself for long periods of time and still be in a good headspace and still get things done on my own. But on the flip side to that, I also don't really like, you know, like if I had known, you know, like if I had more associates, if I had acquired more associates over my life and acquired a larger group or joined a club or a fraternity or something like that when I was younger, I would probably have more connections and I'd probably have more access to more information, to like, you know, more information and more hookups than I do right now. I'd probably be in a better space, like probably financially and economically, financially, the same thing. And I would basically just be in a better situation if I had just joined a group or been a part of like a community of some sorts. Because I didn't really have a community growing up, you know. I mean, yeah, I know I'm black. I'm part of the black community by default because, you know, because when the cops pull us over, you know, like they don't care about what hood you're from, what city you're from, or like whether or how you speak or anything. All they see is this. So but if I had been more involved in a specific community, I probably would have a better go at life, you know. And I'm not regretting how I live my life. I'm just saying that things I wish I had known. This is not a regret list. This is a wish I know. Like, oh man, if I had known that, man, like I would have like drove that way instead of going that way. You know, when you're going to a certain place and it takes you like 5 or 10 minutes longer to get there if you had just taken a specific route or asked for directions. Same concept, okay? I don't regret making that turn. I just wish I had known a better turn. And that's what this list is about. And let's get to the next thing on the list. The next thing I wish I had known when I was younger was I wish I had known that success starts with me. Success starts with you. Not your parents, not your teachers, not your mentors, not your friends, not your community, not nobody. Like, if you want to get something done, you're never going to be ready for something. I mean, you can get ready, but after a while, you got to after a while, you got to just implement it. You got to just jump in. Sometimes you got to just jump into something, man. And like, as long as you don't die, get hurt, or anybody else gets hurt, then, I mean, it's not really because like sometimes pain and failure sometimes are best teachers. Trying something, going hard at it, and getting knocked down, you know, sometimes the best teacher. But we get knocked down to get back up. You know, as long as you're breathing, as long as you're still willing to go, you learn from your mistakes and then you keep on going. Trial and error. And before you get to success, you're going to have a lot of setbacks. You're going to fail. You might fail, but as long as you don't die, and as long as you keep going, bro, just start, man. Just go for what you're trying to go for, and then you'll figure it out along the way. If you can find a mentor or a teacher, then like that would work even better. You know, you should always have somebody who knows more than you about something and learn from them. You know, but success starts with you. You're not going to learn from somebody if you don't ask. If you don't ask, you will not receive. If you do not seek, you will not find. If you do not knock, then the door ain't going to open for you. Okay? Another thing I wish I had known when I was younger, and this is a very important one, is that nobody cares about what you're going through. Nobody really cares about what you're going through because everybody has their own thing going on. But guess what? That's okay. It's okay for people to not care. It's okay for you to be going through what you're going through, man. If you're going through the emotions, man, like express those emotions, okay? Express those emotions and find a way to fix those. Like sometimes by addressing what's going on with you to yourself, saying it out loud, putting it in a journal, or talking to someone who's mentally or maturely, emotionally equipped to deal with whatever you're talking about. You talk to people like that, then maybe they can help you figure it out. Don't vent to your friends. Don't vent to your neighbors. Don't vent to strangers because they don't care. They got their own problems. Find somebody who actually does care. A mother, a father, that really cool uncle or aunt or uncle, that cousin who like has probably been through what you're going through, and vent to them. You know, don't vent to a group of your friends because, like, you know, I mean, if you had friends like I did, you'd probably get roasted, or they'll probably just gossip about it. Like, oh, did you hear about him? He's having a problem with his feet. His feet stink. He has stink feet. and he has ingrown toenails. Yeah, man, like don't vent to strangers. Like get help from somebody, get help or advice from somebody who's going through what you're going through or has been through what you're going through. Because like I said, nobody cares and it's okay. Life still goes on. Okay, and that's a problem that a lot of us seem to ignore in our society. We think that it's not okay to not be okay. Discomfort is like, it's a part of life. And, and if you're not, and if like you're going through something, man, like I said, talk to somebody who who has been through this, who can guide you. It might be an older brother, and if you're older sibling, an older cousin, an aunt, uncle, your parents, like a teacher or a mentor, somebody who's been through what you've been through, and talk to them. But never complain about your problem to other people, okay? Because they don't care. Either they don't care, or they're just glad that it's happening to you and not them. Always. The next thing that I wish I had known when I was a teenager is that it's okay to be hated. It's okay for people to not like you, okay? You post something on the internet, someone leaves a negative comment, that's okay. You go to school and somebody's hating on you because you got better grades, or you dress better, or you get more girls than them, or you're doing well because you're on the football team, or because you're the only one of the few people in the school who has a car. That's okay. You look better than somebody else. That's okay. You don't look better than somebody else, but you are smarter than somebody else, and they know it, and they hate you for it. That's okay. It's okay for people to not like you. It is okay for people to not like you. It's okay to be disliked. When we're young, you get all this love and care from everybody because you're a baby. But as you get older, no matter how old, as you get older in life, this is a rule. As you get older in life, and the more like you grow older, the less people aren't going to give a damn about you and whatever you got going on, because they assume that, oh, he's older, he's bigger, he can walk, he can take care of himself, he can wipe his own ass, like they're okay. And then we want to be liked. People want to be liked. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be liked, but everyone doesn't have to like you. Everyone is not going to have to care about you. Some people are gonna hate you for no reason. You can do absolutely nothing wrong and people are going to hate you because of how you look, because of your sexual orientation, because of how you identify with your gender, because of where you're from. People find the dumbest things to hate people over, and it's okay. That's their problem. That's between them, God, and their therapist, if they choose to go that route. So yeah, man, like embrace. I'm not saying that you should and you shouldn't really care if people hate you, man. The only people who matter are the people who love you and care about you and want to see you succeed, okay? The love of few outweighs the hate of many. Remember that. So next thing I wish I had known when I was younger was confidence is key. Confidence is key. Confidence, and I'm not talking about ego, I'm not talking about being cocky or whatever. Ego is like, I don't need this. And confidence is, I think I'll be okay. Ego is like, I'm too good for this. Whereas confidence is, I could try this out. Confidence is like, I don't know how to do this, but I'm gonna figure it out. Or I'll ask for help. I'll ask for help. I'll figure it out. Ego is like, I know what I'm doing. Your ego will literally, our ego is something, and this is true with me, myself. Your ego will keep you from so many opportunities. Okay, confidence is like is knowing that I don't know something, but I'm gonna figure it out, and I'll get help along the way. Ego is like I know what I'm doing, or if I don't know what I'm doing, then forget about it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't understand it. I'm just gonna just skip it. That's what ego is. But if you have confidence, and confidence is always like false bravado. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try it anyway. That's confidence. It's knowing that no matter how crazy something is, no matter what you're afraid of, no matter how you might not be sure about something, but you're like, I'm gonna try it anyway. It's not gonna lead to death. It's not gonna lead to humiliation. I might get humiliated, but I'm gonna try it anyway. For example, I'm on here posting this video for the whole world to see, you know. But the only reason why I'm not afraid to do it and I'm posting these videos is because, you know, I understand something that most people don't understand about the internet. That the internet is like a porta potty. And where most people are writing negative stuff on the wall, swastikas, like whatever, like F this political person, or like some other, or looking for a good time, call JC, and then you call JC's number and like, who is this? And then like, and you're like, this is JC. I'm like, no, this is Hannah. Like, oh, so can you do that thing that I heard you can do? And then it leads to a whole, you know, like them blocking your number, and then you kind of, or their boyfriend or whoever it is texts you like, who the hell's calling my girl? And then next thing you know, you're getting into a whole argument like, hey man, I thought this was JC, man. Like, you know, I heard JC got that. But the point I'm trying to make is the internet is the world's porta potty. People want to write negative stuff on walls. I like to draw like positive stuff, like in the sea of stuff you might see on the wall, you might see something that says like, keep on going, you got this. In a sea and a wall of negativity, I try to put out positive messages and everything, positive and good information, some good information and positivity. And I know this is an uphill battle, but you know, it's an uphill battle. It's kind of like a thing, but you know, hey, why not? You know, forget about it. Let me just do it anyway. Let's see what happens. And yeah, confidence is key. The next thing I've learned, I wish I had known when I was younger, was like, get rejected a billion times. You will like try to get rejected a billion times. Ask out 100 people. Ask out a billion people who you're interested in. Apply to a billion jobs. Try to succeed at something a billion times. It is impossible to fail a billion times. If you go with the mindset and the mentality that I'm going to try this thing or do this thing over here a billion times, you're not going to fail a billion times. You might fail 567 times, but on that 568th time, you might get it right. You might fail 1,000 times. You might fail 10,000 times, 10,000 hours. But 10,001 time, you might get it right. I mean, as long as you are learning from every single mistake, as long as you like know, okay, next time I'll do this instead. When I go apply for this job, I'll just do this instead. I'll wear this, and I'll talk about this. I'll talk less. I'll talk a little bit more, you know? And then eventually, you will succeed. It's impossible to fail a billion times. You can get rejected so many times from a job interview, from job interviews, or like, you know, like asking a person out. A billion people aren't going to reject you. If they do, then you should be in the Guinness Book of World Record, because that's just like, you know, that is amazing. You got rejected a billion times? Like, you got turned down by a billion people? Wow, man, that's a new record. And then you get in the Book of World Records, and then next thing you know, you become famous and everything, and then boom, you like that person, that one person who's like attracted to fame, to famous people might see you like, hey, that guy got rejected a billion times, and that person might be a supermodel, and then boom, you just found your person. So yeah, even if you get rejected a billion times, you should be in the Guinness Book of World Records if you got it all, like, you know, documented and everything, and then you'll be famous, you know, and then somebody will like you, because, you know, people like famous people. I don't know why, but whatever. But yeah, get rejected a billion times, you know, because like, it's okay to get rejected. It's okay for people to not like you. It's okay for nobody to not care, and it's okay to get rejected. Like, understand that negative things are going to happen, but negative experiences lead to positive experiences, because then it teaches you, because then later on when good things happen, you'll be like, okay, well, at least I'm not at that point anymore. At least that's not happened. At least I'm like, I may be here right now, but at least I'm not doing that what I was back then, you know? So yeah, rejection, people not caring, people hating you, it's all part of the process. It's all part of life. Okay, all right, let's run through these last couple like a lot quicker, you know, so that way I'm not like wasting any more time. So the next thing that I wish I'd known when I was younger was to embrace the struggle, because life is a struggle. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you try to do, you're going to struggle at something. You're trying to become an athlete, you're gonna have to struggle in the gym and on the field, and in training and practice. If you're trying to like create a new formula that's going to cure like bad foot disease, then you're going to go through a lot of trials and errors and struggles. You're going to struggle through anything you attempt to do in life. You're going to struggle, okay? But like after the 5th year, you're going to get a good hand on it. You don't believe me? I don't know if they have these now because I haven't been in school for many years, but when I was in 1st grade, we had jungle gyms. We had little climbing things you can climb on and everything. Want to know why? Because the first 5 years of your life, you're learning how to walk properly. Year 1, you're learning how to walk. You're wobbling around and everything. By age 2, you can run a little bit, but you're still falling over because you still don't understand balance. By age 3, you can run, you're not falling over all the time, but you still know how to tie your shoes, so everything might fall down. You can climb things a little bit. By age 4, you could probably climb up other things, walk up the stairs and without crawling on the stairs. You can just do more. You can run faster. You can actually jump now. And at around age 5, you can jump to certain things. You can climb stuff and then you can jump to them and everything. And then by the time you're age 6, you can climb a rope. You can climb a jungle gym. You can do extra stuff. By about age 6, at least everyone I knew and saw could climb stuff. I could climb things. I fell a lot, but I still climbed it. Yeah, bro, like jungle gyms, the little monkey bars, all that stuff, man. Like everybody can do that at for some reason, age 6, everybody can do the monkey bars. Anybody can do the monkey bars. Some people might fall and hurt themselves, but you know what? They get back up and they go do it again. Or they get traumatized and they're like, I don't want to climb things no more. And then, you develop a complex and then you're afraid of heights and you have vertigo. And then, and then you go on a date and your date wants to go on that roller coaster, but they can't get on that roller coaster because your scary ass is afraid of heights because you never overcame that time you fell off the monkey bars when you were 6. But yeah, man, like everything's a struggle. You're gonna struggle through some things. You're gonna struggle in relationships. You're gonna struggle with heights. You're just gonna struggle, and it's okay to embrace this. You have to embrace the struggle, okay? Well, like life is pain. Pain is a part of life, and when you learn to embrace the pain and deal with it and accept it, that it's going to be a part of the process, your life will be 10 times. Your life will be easier. The moment you learn to accept, embrace the struggle, and understand that pain is a part of life, is when life gets easier for you. Trust me, I should know. The next thing I wish I had known when I was a teenager was to not worry about being liked. I know everyone's all like, nobody cares. That's just the same as nobody cares or people, it's okay to be hated. No, it's kind of in the same ballpark, but I'm saying don't worry about being liked. Just worry about being good. Worry about being good at what you're doing, okay? In fact, don't even worry about being good. Just do it. Just do it. Like, wear whatever you want to wear. Do whatever it is you want to do. Learn what you want to learn. Love who you want to love. It's okay. People aren't going to like it. Not everyone's going to like it. Going back to the last thing. It's okay to be hated. And here's the thing. Nobody really even cares what you're doing. Nobody cares what you're doing. Nobody cares about what you're really getting into unless it's relevant to them. If it's not relative to them, they don't even really care. You're just stressing about nothing. So don't worry about being liked, because most of the time, most people who waste their time disliking everything and not liking people usually don't like themselves, and they're just projecting their own negative emotions about themselves on other people. That's just how life is. The next thing I wish I had known, or I knew but didn't really fully understand, was have fun, take risk. Have fun and take risk. That's probably two different things, but yeah, just have fun and take risk. Okay, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna screw up. It's okay. Have fun. You're going to look foolish. It's okay. Have fun. Have a sense of humor. You just embrace humor. Don't take everything so seriously. You take a risk. You get hurt. Worst best case scenario, you nail it and boom, you nail it. You look awesome. You're God. But worst case scenario, you get a pretty cool scar. You can tell it. You can tell it bars and everything. Hey, you see how I got this? Man, messing around them damn monkey bars, trying upside down. Had it since I was 6. It's wicked. But yeah, yeah, man, just have fun, take risk. And the last thing that you should do, that I wish I had known when I was a teenager, was to not let fear stop me from doing things. There are so many things that I did later in life, because of fear. I didn't learn how to ride a bike until I was 14 years old, because I fell off a bike when I was younger. I was afraid of getting hurt and everything. And then I rode first time on a bike in years. I just kind of figured it out. No helmets, no knee pads, none of that stuff. No training wheels. Flew down a hill on a bike. Slowly, not quickly. Hit the brakes, and I'm okay. As long as I ski on the brakes and everything and slow down, I'm good. And then after a while, I was doing all kinds of crazy stuff, jumping off ramps and everything, doing crazy stuff. I wasn't doing any crazy BMX stuff, just some things that were unwise on a bike, like taking my hands off the handlebars and just riding around, all that. Like to this day, like I guess that's still one of my favorite things to do, just ride the bike with no handlebars, without using the handlebars. Yeah, man, like being afraid to talk to people, to make chances, basically being afraid to be happy, man. Because like when you're too happy, when you're too people, I don't know what it is, but people don't like when a person is too happy or too energetic or too just. But that's okay, man. Like it's okay if people don't understand. It's okay if it's not a reason to not do something just because you're afraid. I mean, fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. So, don't be afraid to go after that thing that you really want to do. You want to do something, just go after it, man. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear stop you. If you're not ready because you don't have enough money to do it, okay, understandable. Get your M's up. Get your credit score right. If you don't want to do it because you don't have the proper education to do it, okay, go to school. Okay, don't make excuses. Go to school and learn and dedicate your time to that. If you're not doing it because I don't got this license yet, or I can't remove that brain from that head because I'm not a brain surgeon or whatever brain surgeons do, then okay, that's rational. But never let irrational stuff stop you from doing something. And that's all fear is. Fear is irrational stuff. It's false evidence appearing real. And if it's not real, and you have no evidence, and you don't really have any proof that it's not going to work for you, and if it potentially will not kill you or kill somebody else, just do it. Never let fear stop you from doing anything. All right, life is beautiful. Life is great. Just if you guys were watching the video and taking notes, I hope you guys were taking notes. Take notes on these. I'm gonna have 2 more videos about things I wish I knew, but I'm not gonna post them today. I'm gonna post them later. But if you guys, thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single last one of you. If you guys have any comments, what would you have told? What are some things you wish you knew when you were a teenager? Before you graduated high school. If you're still a teenager and you graduated high school or whatever, what's the things you wish you knew when you were 10 or 12? If you are a lot older, what's the things you wish you had known when you were younger, when you were a teenager? Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Like I said, this isn't just a YouTube channel. This is a community board. Please, let's share. Let's learn some stuff about each other. Peace and blessings. Have a prosperous day.